Hi everyone, Australia Love here. And so I just wanted to come on and do a live um, stream for all of you to answer some questions. So if you have anything on your mind that you are wanting psychic advice or need to just look into and use my intuition on, then go ahead and post your question and your name in the chat, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions for you and help you to have a little bit more information, as well as taking care of whatever the issue is to the best of Spirit's capabilities. So this is exciting. I've been wanting to do live streams for everyone, maybe once a week or so, to just kind of help those of you out who can't afford a session with me, or just wanting like a little bit of advice for me to look into. So, well, I will start with a light language transmission, and I actually got this new light language coming in this morning, and so I always get really excited when I get a new language that comes in. Now, a couple things about light language and why it's so amazing. So, light language is it's soul language, and it surpasses the ego and speaks directly from my divinity to yours. And so there's no confusion, no blockages, as far as language goes. And the soul receives the message. And so it's always understood. And it also carries like this beautiful frequency and energy. And because it's all done on a higher self level, on a soul level, my conscious mind may not be aware of the transmission that you are needing at this time, or the information the download that you're needing. But God, my higher self, sees everything. And so I don't have to know exactly what it is that you're needing. But the great thing is that I do understand what is being said. So let's see. I don't have any questions coming through quite yet. So I will go ahead and do this new light language. And what I'm feeling that's going to come through is breaking through illusion, personal illusion. Whether it's with ourselves, how we see ourselves, that could be an illusion and not true to who we are, how we're seeing our reality, or how we're seeing a situation. So it'll work differently for everybody, but this is going to help to break through illusion and help you to see the truth of who you are, source, your higher self, God, whatever you want to call it, which is pure love, unconditional trust, hope, faith, and all of the purest vibrations. It is only pure positive, and that is the truth. You and me. Everything else is an illusion. Everything else is illusion. So you can choose to buy into it or to not buy into it. Okay, so for this one, I want you to keep your eyes open and just watch how your reality shifts as the illusion starts to break through. So we're going to start by calling our higher selves forward into our consciousness, and you can just repeat this in your mind after me. I invite my higher self forward into my consciousness now. I invite my higher self forward into my consciousness now. I invite my higher self forward into my consciousness now. Okay. And as you're connecting with you, Source, just be open and ready to receive this transmission. And after the transmission is done, we're going to look at our reality, okay? Oops. and Surananatu Kalu Antuaha and Twanana Om Kwanashnadesh Elerenteshne Nakutanunahai and Sala Sashnu Kwana Tantwana Mankush Nadesh Sash Dehe and Blela Natu Kwananatai and Surantunaha Pala Kula Sashnu Antule San Henetete San Henetete San Henetete. Okay, and so as you are now looking into your reality and you're feeling just kind of that energy shift, I want you to make the intention to ask in your mind, or you can say it out loud, I am God having this experience, looking out through these eyes. And when we're looking out through our eyes, we're looking out through our spiritual eye as well as our physical eyes into my reality, and I clear all illusion that I see. That is really powerful. And I feel the energy coming forward and just clearing blocks everywhere that I didn't know that were there. So I will be really excited to see the feedback on this one, because I'm looking out into my reality and I feel the essence of who I am, source. I feel that peace, that serenity, that love. Just instantly by raising my consciousness, which this is another really amazing tool to raise your consciousness, because everything starts with intention, okay? And when we are connecting, using that tool, I am God having this experience and looking out through these eyes puts you through a consciousness shift, balance with who you actually are, with your truth. And so when you have that consciousness shift and you look out into your reality, you can make the intention to do or work on just about anything. When you're wanting to manifest something, visualize it, as this is the true I am presence, like connected with your higher self, you, the truth of who you are, okay? Breaking through all of the illusion, all of the duality, that all of it, so you don't have to buy into it. So when you are in the oneness of you, your truth, your higher self, integrated and connected, that's the I am presence. So you can clear things for yourself and you can also manifest. It's so powerful. It is your conscious mind connected in your heart with your God self, your true self. And so you can, when you want to manifest something, hold, like I want you to, we're going to do an exercise right now to manifest something positive. Okay, so only want to be manifesting positive. That is the end game goal of everything, okay, is being able to become masters of our reality and only draw in that which we want to see. But when we keep our vibration high and our consciousness high, we are putting out energy always into the universe, and the universe can do nothing else but respond to our energy and give us more of what we put out. So the more connected with our divinity that we stay in every now moment, the more we're going to draw that positive into our reality. And the more that we are in the oneness of ourselves in every now moment, because this moment right now is the most powerful moment. It is the only one that has any relevance at all, is this moment right now. We are in our power. We are connected with our divinity. And so we are ready to create actively in a positive way. Our vibration is high. Okay, so what are you wanting in your life? If you're wanting more love, if you're wanting more abundance, think about what it is that you want to manifest. And working with spirit now, we're going to raise our consciousness to the God consciousness and above. We're just going to go as high as we can go with our higher selves. So repeat after me in your mind. I raise my consciousness now. I raise the state of my consciousness and purity now. I raise the state of consciousness. I raise the state. And as this goes now, as I'm doing it, you know, it's really strange because the camera keeps doing stuff, but as I'm doing it, I'm feeling my vibration go really, really high. And it's like I can kind of see into the other dimensions around me. And so do this to your own comfort level. But when you're connected with you, the truth of who you are, source, a very, very high conscious state. And so I make the intention to raise myself to the highest that I can be at this moment with my higher self. And I like to be surrounded in light. And so I envision the light above source, or the light that created source itself. And so I try to go as high as I can and know to go up on the totem pole as far as that. So, and it always feels really, really good. That's a key thing, is if you're doing something and it doesn't feel good, then cease doing it. Okay. Now, I want you to think about what it is that you want to manifest. I'm going to manifest. What is it that I want to manifest? Okay, I'm going to focus on more positivity and every now moment, more happiness, more bliss, and more chances to get to experience and be in a state of my inner child, which is always really, really fun. So what I want all of you to do is pick something that you do want to manifest, and I want you to imagine that you already have it. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel that you're with, if it's a soulmate, that you're standing with the one that you love. I want you to feel that if it's a brand new car, that you have just gotten it for the first time. And I want you to visualize in your mind and like actually being there and what it looks like. I want you to get a very clear picture. And so I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to go ahead and focus on this visualization and imagine that you have it right now, because the only moment that ever matters is this moment right now. And now I want you to feel with your heart. I want you to feel how grateful you are to have this person, have this new vehicle, have this time to act and play like a child again, and the innocence and purity of that. Oh, like Disneyland for the first time, which, yes, I'm still an inner child. Disneyland is still fun. Just as fun as when I was little. And how grateful to have these beautiful experiences in life. How grateful to have abundant blessings coming into you. What does it feel like to be thankful for what you already have and know that more positive is coming to you in every moment? Okay. And see, because we're working with spirit, it makes us so, our little selves are one with spirit right now, which makes us so powerful and makes this process so powerful. So the last thing we'll do with manifesting is we'll just give the intention for spirit. If there's anything that needs to be cleared or moved out of the way, whether it's limiting thought or belief, blockage we might be having, an illusion, we're going to allow spirit now to clear any illusions, any blockages, anything we may or may not be aware of that's keeping us from manifesting our true heart's wants and desires. And so repeat in your mind, I give my higher self permission to clear anything that is blocking me. And actually, I'm getting that a lot of fear is being blocked because that is the number one block of all time that blocks us. And, it doesn't just block us, but it keeps us stuck and immobilized so that we don't make move, whether it's a positive move or negative, whatever we want to judge that as. Fear is the one thing that is the illusion of not being safe. And in truth, we are always safe. We're always safe. We are always secure. We are always supported and loved and taken care of by the universe. Okay? By us, God. If we allow that to be. Okay? So the only thing that can, make you unsafe is you thinking that you need protection, thinking that you need to pray for protection or you need to call in protection, because that is an illusion. We are always safe and secure in every moment. And there is no real death because we are immortal. Okay, so breaking through the illusion of fear is what I'm getting that spirit is clearing that for everybody. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of having what you want, fear of not getting what you want. Okay? Because in truth, we can never be in the vibration of fear and connected with our higher selves, the truth of who we are in our power, which feels really, really good. It feels really, really good to be in pure positive. And so breaking through fear first, you don't have to stand up to whatever you're afraid of. Completely unnecessary. So if you have a belief that you have to stand to overcome a fear, that you have to face that fear, then we're going to clear that now. Okay. Any beliefs, that are not for our highest and best good, because you could be afraid of sharks, but I would never tell you to go jump in a shark tank to overcome your fear and move forward with your life. So completely unnecessary, especially when a lot of the fears that we have are either learned behaviors to be afraid of something or something coming from the subconscious and another lifetime that we're not even aware of. So, yeah, so clearing the illusion of fear and clearing all beliefs about overcoming fear, about breaking through the illusion of fear. And I always like to just kind of repeat myself when I talk about when we do clearing work. Okay, so, you know, I would love to tell everybody that when you clear work on an issue that all of it's gone, and then magically and miraculously you have no more issues in that one area or one subject or anything like that. Every single person's experience working with them, God, I God, you God, me God, we God, okay, it's going to be different. And because, we now have the consciousness to actually start clearing the stuff where before we never had the consciousness to connect with our higher selves, blockages out of the way. We actually have that now. So I'm really, really grateful for that. But in my experience, okay, what I have previously experienced, which I choose that I don't want to believe this, but I have experienced that it's kind of like pulling the layers of an onion back. From what I've experienced is like we get, oh, like look at these issues, that I'm working on today. Then we peel that layer off, and then there's more underneath, because the stuff that I have been clearing for myself and for other people, well, especially just for me, is science, karma, all sorts of things that can happen because when we now, like when I say we, like our higher selves will draw into our reality, certain situations, people that we have karma to work out with, you know, situations that didn't get dealt with in the past. It'll literally be brought to us. We don't need to go search for it. And spirit will bring it to us to get our attention that there's something that needs to be worked on. And so it's a beautiful process because, we'll start the more consciously aware we are that there are no coincidences and that everything that's happening in this moment is really important. It's happening for a reason. Then, you'll have experiences like somebody coming up to you and saying something that just rubs you the wrong way and you have no idea why. And you look and you go, okay, well, whatever it was that drew that experience in within me, okay, whether it is something karmatic that needs to be worked out with that person or, something else, let's just clear that because that didn't really feel good. So when you do clear things, for me, it is kind of like a surge of energy, and I feel where the energy is leaving, whether it's the subconscious mind, conscious mind, like super conscious, or a chakra, like I'll feel something. So I will make another video on communicating with your higher self and answers, and as well as, what it's going to feel like to clear things and to manifest. So I still don't have any questions. So let's see here. I hope that I have that set up right. So I'm kind of getting used to the new live streaming, but I think that I like it. And I really like being able to just come on and let it flow because that's how I work. Planning things in advance, just, it going with the flow and being authentic to who I am and how I work, is allowing spirit to bring forward what is important for right now. And so, I did want to say, now that I was just shown this, that a lot of people have a hard time getting along with family members. And so I kind of wanted to explain why this is, why families have so many problems. When we are, just our higher selves before we're choosing to incarnate on any planet, on any dimension, whatever experience we're wanting to have. on the planet and go, oh, okay, well, who's on Earth in Tennessee right now? This is an example, obviously. Who's down there? I think I would like to have an experience in Tennessee. And oh, look at Mary and Joe. A lot of karma to work out with them. I think I'm going to be their child. Boom. Then a soul contract is made and we incarnate into our families. Sometimes we incarnate with people because Ashley, I love her. I love this life of da 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 da. I want her to be my mother. And oh, look who she's with. I have a lot of karma to work out with him. I think I'm going to have that experience this time. Okay. So that is why families have a lot of stuff to work through. And we get the benefit of coming in and knowing that they're families, so we get to like unconditionally love them a little bit more than the random person. And so, you know, if you all can kind of just look at how your lives have been and your relationship with your family and the things that you've gone through, I'm sure that you can see, you know, which were karmatic things. The things that are karmatic things that are being pulled, you know, into reality is why, you know, when you don't understand why someone is so upset or why something occurred, it's karmatic. Or it's your subconscious drawing in that experience to replay and relive out something that you haven't dealt with before or fully overcome or learned what you needed to learn. So life is a beautiful system. Literally, the lessons will be brought to us. All we have to do is become aware and open our eyes, break free of illusion. Oops. Breaking through the illusion in our minds, the illusion in our hearts. A lot of us, you know, if we go through any type of trauma in the womb, or, you know, I definitely am a believer that when we are in the womb, we can sense, you know, what our parents are going through, what our mother is going through. So if we have a difficult time in the womb, we will literally be born with heart walls, which will make it difficult for us to unconditionally love ourselves and to accept love from others. And so, you know, where there's a lot of families with a lot of problems, you know, if there's any trauma. So I just want to break down heart walls from birth, and we're going to do that right now. So, okay, and I just got the confirmation that the people that are watching, there's a couple of you, not everyone, because I see there's 5 viewers right now, but there was a couple of you that did have heart walls up that needed to be cleared from being in the womb. And that's why a lot of your circumstances and situations and compatibility, even with your parents, you know, with your parents, with schools, with homes, with people, with jobs, have been low compatibility. And so when you have it really, really, really is difficult when you have a heart wall up being born, and all you know is the compatibility that is 1s and 2s and 3s out of 10. So you think that that's great because you don't know better to know that you can have better and you deserve better. So, well, I hope that this has been a help to all of you. I wasn't exactly for sure what was going to come through in this session. So I'm glad that we got to touch a little bit on illusion, a little bit on fear, a little bit on, you know, the game of life. Why are we here? We are here to learn, grow, and evolve on a soul level, emotional, on every level, to come back to the truth and knowledge and oneness that we are source. We have never been separate, and we are only unconditional love, joy, and peace. And that we are connected to one another. From my heart to you. And that the only illusion that can affect us is that which we choose to believe or buy into. And it is anything that's negative, that's not in alignment with our true selves, who we actually are. And so we incarnate onto the planet to have lifetimes because we source, we God, I God, you God, we God, we love to experience. We love to experience and learn and grow through all ends of duality, both positive and negative. We play dark roles, we play light roles. And it helps us to have a better understanding of the truth of who we are. Because if we didn't experience the lack of having love, then how would we know what love was when we had it and how to appreciate it, how to value it without having that duality to teach us to appreciate the truth of who we are, to appreciate us on a soul level, and to come back into alignment with our divinity, our grace, our love. And so to get out of playing the game of life, all karma has to be cleared, both positive and negative. The scales have to be completely balanced. And a learning of the lessons that you choose for yourself. And then, you choose. I would really love to experience what it would be like to be killed. And this is an example. I don't really want to experience this right now, but I would really love to experience what it would be like to be killed in a battle, fighting for my family or my country. And then another soul family member goes, I would really like to experience that too. Do you think that you would give me that experience? And the other soul says, I would love to give you that experience. Would you do it for me? And then the soul contracts are made. So that's exactly how it is. And so sometimes, and all the time, it's who we think are as an enemy that does something to us or that hurts us. That's actually on a soul level. There's such a deep love because we choose to have the people that hurt us. We choose it to be some of the souls that we love the most, some of those different aspects of God that we love the most, that love us unconditionally so much to play that dark role for us, to leave us in a marriage, to cheat on us in a marriage, to show us how we can better love ourselves, to teach us that lesson. And looking at it from a higher perspective and from a perspective of truth, that is a lot of love. That is a lot of love to play that role, to give that lesson to someone who you care about. And of course, if you're gonna have somebody hurt you, you would rather have it be somebody you really, really love than not. So looking at it from that perspective, I hope that all of you kind of understand how things work, and not to be hard on yourself, not to judge yourself, not to judge others, and to know that there is in every moment a lesson and something to be learned and something to be experienced, and we continue to choose to experience because it is fun. I've had a blast doing this live broadcast with all of you, and I'm a little bummed that no questions came through, but I will definitely be doing this again. Love from my heart to yours. Namaste.